I'm waking up on Sunset Boulevard, maxing out all my credit cards, living my own LA story, living it up till
What's up, guys? Welcome to Fueled by Doubt TV here. I'm Brian, and just want to give you a little bit of background about me and Fueled by Doubt. And I just got some words of inspiration today. I hope you guys take a second to listen to. Really appreciate it. So a little bit about me. I've been to 3 high schools, 4 colleges on the journey to make it to the NFL. My whole life, no one's really given me the time of day in my journey. Really respected my dreams and pretty much told me everything that I can't do. Very rarely in my life have I had people tell me that what I can do. It's often hard to deal with when your dream and something that you care about, something that you wake up and work for every day. Most people laughed in my face throughout my journey to make it to the top. Most people, they laughed. They get a kick out of Brian McDonald going to the NFL. So that was pretty interesting. So I started Fueled by Doubt actually in my dorm room. I was lying in my bed one night, and I had just gone through a day of practice, really feeling far from my goals, and I was just playing around with words, and I was literally up in bed, stayed up in bed at night, and I really just came up with Fueled by Doubt out of my dorm room. And I just, to see something like that where you're lying in your bed and you create such a powerful movement with such a big family we got now of people, it's really awesome, and it makes you kind of double think of make sure you just don't go to sleep without giving it your all that day, because you never know. You might have that big thought, that big vision right before you go to sleep, and if you sleep you might miss that chance to be successful. So it's kind of a little bit of background info on me and something that I'll harp on a little bit today. So I really just appreciate you guys listening. Thanks. See, the great thing about it is effort is between you and you. Strictly you control how hard you work. There is no excuse. There is no circumstances. You control your effort. You control how hard you work. You see, there's very few things in life that you control, that you fully control. It doesn't matter what anyone else does, and that's your work ethic. And you got to take pride in that. You got to hold that so tight. That's your work ethic. That's who you are. See, effort is between you and you. No matter who is doubting you, no matter who is laughing at your dreams, no matter how far your goal may seem, there's one thing that you can control today, and that is effort, and that is how hard you work. Today I want to talk about how accepting average cannot be allowed. And you see, too often times we accept average. Who we hang out with, who we surround ourselves with, what we do, we become. What we do, we become, and sometimes we just accept average. We hang around average, we do average, we work out average. We get average results. And sometimes we complain about our circumstances, and I'm guilty just of this as anyone else. But I'm challenging you that we can't accept average. And then let me take this example. So we go to the gym for a couple hours a day, right? When we work out, I'm a football player, work out for a couple of hours a day. Go to the gym. Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm on my grind. No, I'm not. Because everyone else in the country is going to the gym. Everyone else is lifting weights. So if I go to the gym for 2 hours a day and I lift weights, so is every other player in the country. So theoretically, I should be like every other player in the country. Now this applies to anything. Work, jobs, school, sports. If you're doing the same thing as everyone else, you're going to get the same results as everyone else and never get ahead. So you got to embrace your journey. You got to embrace your circumstances. You got to know the best don't rest. Because when you're resting, someone else in the world, more than someone else, could be up to thousands of people depending on the dream, could be working, trying to take your spot, your position. They want to be wearing your shoes at your dream. And if you sit on the couch and you feel sorry for yourself, you're going to be watching them live your dream. See, sometimes people's dreams might be so far away from them that they're scared to chase it because they're afraid of failure. So they think to themselves, I'm so far away from this dream, it would be easy for me to just accept average right now. But you can't accept average. Your vision has to be so powerful, despite the circumstances, that you can feel it, you can breathe it, you can live it before you're even there. See, that vision that you have, that dream you have to put yourself in those shoes thousands of times before you get there. So when you get there, it's nothing. It's just cake. You've already lived it. You've already been there. It's easy. That vision has to be so powerful that despite where you are now, it does not matter. No matter how far, no matter how tough, no matter how long this journey will be, it does not matter, because that vision is so powerful that you can get there. Do not be afraid of failure. Do not accept average. Just because your dream is far, just because it's far, just because it's long, and just because you can't see it right now, does not mean that you will not get there. See, the most successful people in the world know two things: that the best don't rest, and they know they can see their future before it happens. Just surely off belief. 99.9% of it is belief. To separate yourself from the 1% of the world, it's just 99% of belief. And some people are scared of believing because they don't want to fail. They don't want to grind. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to not rest for weeks, months, years working for this dream and then not get it. And then they say, for what? Well, I'll tell you, first of all, people who grind like that, rarely do they not get to their dream. And two, if you live a life of average, you will never know how great you can be. How can you wake up every morning, not work to your full potential? You're just not being the best you can be. How can you put your head on the pillow when you just wasted 24 hours? You were just given 24 hours to work towards something great, something that could change the world one day possibly. And you just let your head go on the pillow like you're satisfied? I challenge you. I challenge you not to do that anymore. See, when you begin to separate yourself is when you will begin to succeed. You may not be where you want to be right now, but if you quit, I assure you will never meet that destination. You will never meet that vision. And I'm telling you right now, that 99% of the people you hang out with, that you're around, their vision isn't big enough. Their vision isn't big enough. It's either you change them or they have to go. Because you need to surround yourself with excellence to be excellent. When you hang around average, average results will come. When you work out average, average results will come. So you get one chance in life. You don't get two, you get one chance in life to do what we do, to do what we want to do. See, effort isn't judged, and it takes no talent. So I challenge you today that when your head hits that pillow, you get up, you grind, no excuses, let's get it, fueled by doubt. Fueled by doubt. Thanks, guys.